Where do you start your search for the top locations if you've always wanted to visit one of those picture-perfect European villages with outstanding scenic beauty, old world charm, or both? Here is a look at 25 of the most beautiful, picturesque, and small towns in Europe, from the Norwegian fjords and the gorgeous Alps to the sun-drenched Greek Isles and all in between. Welcome to Adventour channel. We show you the beauty of the world. Number 25, Colmare, France. France's Colmare was founded in the 9th century. Since then, because of the canals that weave through the old alleys, it has frequently been called Little Venice. This charming Alsatian hamlet, famed for its exquisite smells. It has both German and French characteristics. You may buy Kugelhof and croissants in local bakeries, while sauerkraut and foie gras are frequently served at restaurants. Additionally, a variety of architectural styles, such as German Gothic and French Neo-Baroque, may be seen. Number 24. Portree, Scotland. Portree, the biggest town on Scotland's Isle of Skye, is one of the best small-town treasures in the country. Despite having a population of fewer than 2,500, it has a lively cultural center and a busy harbor. The main attraction is the harbor, which has numerous seafood eateries and stunning views of the water. Due to its close proximity to some of the most breathtaking and distinctive attractions, such as rock formations like the Old Man of Storr, Kilt Rock, and the extraordinary pinnacles of the Quarrying, it's one of the best places to base your stay if you intend to explore this incredibly scenic wild region. Number 23. Bled, Slovenia. The city of Bled, which was founded in 1004 and is shielded by gorgeous mountains, was given to the Bishop of Brixen by the Holy Roman Emperor because he thought it was so lovely. The magnificent Lake Bled, which is home to some of the most stunning health resorts in the area, surrounds the little island where Bled Castle is located. It also borders the town of around 5,000 people. Amazing panoramic views can be found especially while hiking to the historic hilltop castle. Number 22. Rein, Norway. Despite having only a little over 300 residents, the tiny fishing community of Rein, on the scenic Arctic island of Moskenesøya, was rightfully named Norway's most charming village. The Lofoten archipelago, located north of the Arctic Circle, is home to a secluded wilderness area with sapphire bays that are perched on the cliffs of beautiful mountains and imposing fjords. Many of the vividly colored roerboer, also known as fishermen's cabins, have been converted into welcoming guest houses with easy access to the Norwegian Sea and breathtaking views of the night sky, including the captivating northern lights. Number 21. Burano, Italy. This bright technicolor town, which is actually a little island in the Venetian lagoon, should lift your spirits if you ever need it. All of the houses here follow a particular color scheme that dates back to the island's golden age, when it was first built, and its vibrant colors flare out in a way that gives it a tropical vibe. According to legend, local fishermen originally painted their homes in these vibrant hues to make them stand out while they were out fishing. Residents who want to paint their homes must write to the government first. Officials will then respond with a list of acceptable colors. Number 20. Dinant, Belgium. Dinant is a famous city recognized for its wonderful architecture and stunning views from the hilltop fortress. It is located in between the Meuse River and its citadel. Spend the day exploring the waterfalls at the Grotto of Dinant, or the Sanctuary of Burano, before sitting down for a meal at one of the neighborhood cafes, and admiring the scenery in one of Belgium's and Europe's most picturesque small cities. Number 19. Annecy, France. One of France's loveliest cities, Annecy may even be more beautiful than the towering French Alps that surround it. In eastern France's Upper Savoy region, about 22 miles from Geneva, Annecy is split by tiny canals and streams that originate from the vivid blue lac Annecy. Highlights include the well-known terraces that border the canals, giving it a Venice-like atmosphere, and the renowned Palais de Lille, a charming castle constructed in the center of one of the canals in the 12th century. Number 18. Garmisch-Partenkirchen, Bavaria, Germany. Only 80 minutes by train separate Munich and the charming Bavarian mountain resort town of Garmisch-Partenkirchen. The 1936 Winter Olympics caused the former two separate towns, one Roman and the other Teutonic, to merge, yet the two sides continue to maintain their own unique characters. Partenkirchen, which dates to 15 AD, is a medieval city with winding cobblestone alleys lined with 3 to 4 story buildings in the Bavarian Gasthaus architectural style, with facade decorated with pastel-colored images of pastoral, local, and religious subjects. Number 17. Gruyere, Switzerland. Famous for the cheese of the same name, Gruyere mild, nutty flavor melts beautifully in fondue. Although this charming hamlet in the upper valley of the Saône River ought to be at least as well known for its natural beauty, few people are familiar with the lovely village. It's definitely a showstopper with a broad, stone-paved boulevard going up to a magnificent 13th century castle, as well as formidable walls and panoramic views of the nearby alpine slopes. Number 16. Manarola, Italy. One of the famous cinque terre towns is Manarola, Italy, which is lined with a variety of vivid rainbow-colored houses that are built straight into a solid stone wall along the Mediterranean shore. Antonio de Scavallers, an artist who fell in love with Manarola and committed many of his later works to the region, painted many of the picturesque fishing town's well-known scenes. Its fantastic wine, notably CZECH, is also well known. There are no cars, traffic lights, screeching tires, or honking horns in this area. Manarola is accessible by car, but you must park just outside the town and enter on foot or by shuttle bus. Number 15. Hallstatt, Austria. One of Austria's earliest towns, Hallstatt was built about 5000 BC to take advantage of the massive salt deposits that lay beneath the town's neighboring mountains. Hallstatt has seen consistent success thanks to its long history of salt mining, as evidenced by the town's lovely plaza, which is surrounded by houses that are draped in ivy. With its stunning location on the bank of the Hallstatter Sea, between the pure lake and a green mountain suddenly rising from water's edge, the town is still known for its salt mining, but it is also regarded as a treasure trove of human history and one of Austria's most scenic cities. Number 13. Albarracn, Spain. Northern Spain's Albarracn is a well-preserved medieval village with origins dating back to the 11th century. Some of the nation's most significant examples of Levantine prehistoric art can be seen in the cliff-foot caves of Albarracn Cultural Park's rock paintings. Within the defensive walls of Albarracn, which is dotted with twisting streets, tiny alleys, historic stone towers, castles, and chapels, a piece of medieval Spain was preserved. When you come here, you might well think that you've been whisked away to the Middle Ages. Number 12. CZECHY, KRUMLOV, Czech. The Czech Republic's South Bohemian area contains the little medieval town of CZECHY KRUMLOV. Although it may not be a popular tourist destination, it is undoubtedly a hidden gem that is just waiting to be found and will probably excite travelers just as much as Prague. It was constructed around a 13th century fortress with Gothic, Renaissance, and Baroque components and is located along the banks of the Vltava River. Its rich architectural history has endured because of its peaceful evolution over more than 5 centuries. Number 11. Vestmannaeyjar, Iceland. Just off the southwest coast of Iceland's mainland, Vestmannaeyjar is located on Heimaey, the largest of the 14 islands that make up the Westman Islands archipelago. One of Iceland's best-kept secrets, this geographical gem is known for its enormous biodiversity, which includes 150 unclassified plant species and millions of birds that nest in cliffs. One of the greatest spots to see puffins is Vestmannaeyjar. Number 10. Folegandros, Greece. Folegandros, a neighboring island to Santorini, has architecture that is comparable to that of Santorini, with whitewashed buildings adorned with vibrant flowers, slate-paved streets, and even Greek Orthodox churches with dazzling blue domes. You won't have to contend with the throngs, which is the difference. You might even be able to go swimming alone at distant Katergo, a stunning stretch of beach with calm, azure-colored waves. Number 9. Marsaxlokk, Malta. When the Phoenicians arrived in Malta for the first time in 900 BC, Marsaxlokk, a thriving commercial port, was founded. Today, the island nation in the Mediterranean Sea receives the majority of its fish from this gorgeous town. It is renowned for its enormous markets, which are supplied with a wide variety of fish, especially the local favorite, lampuki. This is a unique seaside community in Malta because there are no contemporary structures that detract from its beauty. It's a particularly attractive site to visit because of the serene surroundings and the historic lazu, fishing boats, that are constructed using a design that dates back to the Phoenicians. Number 8. Giethoorn, Netherlands. This picture-perfect Dutch village in the province of Overijssel might be the answer if you've ever fantasized about leading a quiet life. It has no roads, instead, it is connected by a system of historic canals, which has left each home with a small private island. The only means of transportation are by water or on foot across the charming wooden arch bridges. Motor vehicles must stay outside the town, and locals commute via punters. There are 4 kilometers of canals as well as 18th century farmhouses with thatched roofs. Around 1230 AD, a group of refugees from the Mediterranean region constructed it. In 1958, it was the subject of the Dutch movie Fanfare, which helped it gain worldwide fame. Number 7. Tenby, Wales. In Welsh, Tenby roughly translates to small fortification of the fish. The town, which has access to both the Irish Sea and the Atlantic Ocean, was established in 900 AD. It is a naturally fortified and prosperous harbour. Tenby was built with a tall wall following the Norman conquest of England to keep neighbourhood insurgents at bay. This quaint hamlet has gained more notoriety over the last few centuries for its scenery than for its fortifications. Number 6. Telch, Czechia. This little town in South Moravia is full of Baroque and Renaissance-style buildings with towering gables that currently sustain modest stores and cafes and are painted in soft pastel colors. Another town right out of a storybook, this one has a charming chateau, ponds that are crystal clean, and a square that appears to have been plucked from the pages of Hans Christian Andersen. It is regarded as one of the finest representations of the Italian Renaissance north of the Alps and is home to one of Europe's most exquisite squares. Number 5. Vibery, England. Vibery, which is located in the Hills Cotswold region, is frequently referred to as England's most beautiful town and unquestionably ranks among the greatest and brightest in all of Europe. Since it was first mentioned in the Domesday Book in 1086, it has been considered historical. The majority of Vibery is still in its original location, with the River Colne still dominating the main thoroughfare and beautiful meadows bordering old stone homes with steeply pitched roofs. With its row of sepia-hued cottages constructed in the 17th century to accommodate weavers working at Arlington Mill, Arlington Row is regarded as the most picturesque district in town. Number 4. Smagen, Sweden. Smagen, a village on Sweden's west coast, is regarded as one of the most gorgeous in the nation. It has a laid-back marine vibe and charming fishing boats and cottages scattered across the landing stage close to the water. The village has a particularly appealing combination of shops and boutiques housed in old wooden beachfront homes and is fronted by a quay that extends for almost 1,000 feet. The community formerly spanned a number of islands that were so closely spaced from one another that space has now been filled, and the area is now regarded as a single island. Number 3. Gruyeres, Turkey. In the midst of the stunning granite formations that predominate the area, Gruyeres was initially erected during the Roman Empire. For people who constructed the town, the hard natural rock served as the fortifications and foundations. Today, much of the ancient architecture still exists, with many of the churches being cut right into the rocks themselves. This picturesque town, which appears as though it could only exist in a fairy tale, is something that must be seen to be believed. One of the greatest ways to experience the strange environment is from the air, and each morning, just before sunrise, hundreds of hot air balloons are launched across the area and glide above and around the rock formations. Number 2. Pusiska, Croatia. Pusiska, arguably Croatia's most attractive village, is undoubtedly one of Europe's most picturesque locations. This small coastal town is a genuinely unique location and even an outstanding piece of art, thanks to the shimmering white stone, indigenous to the island of Brac. You may relax on fine beaches, soak up the sun, and take a cool, refreshing plunge in the glistening Adriatic at this beach, which is located on the island's northern coast and is protected by a cove. Number 1. Èze, France. Due to its setting on a high cliff, 1,400 feet above the Mediterranean Sea on the picturesque French Riviera, Èze is frequently referred to as a eagle's nest and is well known across the world for its breathtaking panoramic vistas. The village's oldest structure, Chapelle de la Sainte-Croix, dates to 1306 and was built during the Roman Empires, Moors, Provenances, and Savoy's occupation of the region, which began approximately 2000 BC.